What is going on, Tiger fans? Is the aftermath day two, or is it time to move on? The goals are still in front of the Tigers. We'll discuss all that and more on this edition of the Clemson Tigers Radio Show. That honestly may have been the worst intro I've ever done. And the reason for it is, 5 minutes before I came down here, I was scarfing down a hamburger that, I grill. And I am on this low carb kick, trying to drop some of the football 15 that we tend to start putting on, in the press boxes and stuff. So I'm trying to get a little bit ahead of the game. And the entire time I was talking, I had a piece of hamburger stuck in my teeth, and so it was a a struggle. We got through it. I am Zach Lentz. He is Jason Priester. Jason, what is the bad stuff going on in your life now?
It's something new every day. Not too bad today. I got a sty in my like a big one. I woke up this morning with this big sty in my eye, man. I've had sties before, little ones. This one's big. 5 minutes before we jump on, I noticed it's starting to ooze. I've never had one ooze on me before, but it hurts like hell.
Yeah,
Hurts with your eye open, hurts with your eye closed. My eye was a little puffy earlier. I don't know if it still is.
yeah, yeah. It's always, one thing or another with you. And you were sharing with me, a little bit about your summer plans.
What summer
So,
plans? My wife's out of town. I just realized, it's me and the two kiddos here. Before we got on, I was like, I haven't had anything to eat. I might need to have to feed them tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that yet. I'm not used to having to do that.
yeah, and something tells me that, Uber doesn't deliver to Timsville.
No, no. We used to have a Domino's down the road, but even they moved out of them. No more delivery from Domino's. No delivery in my house in the woods.
That is a shame. So, here we are, 2 days removed from the debacle at Duke. Today we heard from, some of the players, and, I guess, what is your, or I guess Jason got tired of looking at us. There he is. All right,
I hear you.
what's going on here?
I'm fixing to have to. Hey, I'm fixing to have to jump up and get the dog.
Oh, leave it
Go ahead. I can
alone.
hear you.
Leave
I can hear
it
you.
alone. Leave her alone.
No, I can't. She's got that thing, man. It can't come uncovered.
Oh, oh yeah. Yeah, in case you missed it, his dog has something wrong. They think it's cancer and has to wear a diaper, which is not that unlike Jason. I think Jason has to
No,
wear
we
one
share.
too.
She uses the pins out of my pack.
Uh,
She has a tumor that's hanging out down from the lower belly, and it's kind of ruptured. She's got an appointment tomorrow. We hope we've had a tough time finding a vet that'll fit her in before October. I finally got her found somewhere that's going to see her tomorrow.
uh, yeah, that's good. At least she can share your, deep hands and your adult diapers.
I'm sitting here watching her chew it up.
Hey, can can we get a camera shot of this? I think.
No, this is my bedroom. My wife would kill me.
All right, so getting your uh, so getting back to this Duke game, the players talked to us for the first time a good many of them today, since that game. And just, what are your initial thoughts from hearing from them? You know, honestly, I thought, if you just saw their uh, body language, you think that they had won the game. They were
Yeah,
all smiles, happy, coming in there. And I was hoping that someone would come in like a James Skowski or Lawler and just go, I am pissed. I can't stand losing. I hate this. And yeah, no one really did that. So what are your thoughts?
no, they seem to have flushed it very quickly. I was a little surprised too. They seem to be in pretty good spirits. The one thing that stuck out to me, and somebody's already commented on it, was Barrett Carter saying he did not feel like he was in game shape. That was the most eye opening thing I heard today.
Yeah,
Um, you know, I know they say I had the same strength coach forever, and I'm sure there's nothing changed there, but there's it's the season opener, man. You should be in game shape, I would think.
yeah. Do you think that goes back to the NCAA's rules on contact and stuff? I mean, because Duke sure looks like they're in game shape, and they have to follow the same rules as everyone else. So I was shocked by that as well. You know, I'm sure if they aren't hitting enough or yeah, you see them out there, the linebackers in particular, tackling those donuts. I mean, maybe they should spend some more time actually trying to tackle, Shipley and Rafa and those guys. I mean, I understand the uh, the worry concern, but there is also an injury concern when you go into get your first game and you aren't physically ready.
Yeah, there's a fine line you got to walk there and kind of decide where how physical you want to be and how much you want to, open guys up to the risk of being hurt when it comes to, having doing good on good or you're going live. You know, it, if you don't do it enough, you risk maybe not being in game shape. You do it too much, you risk losing a starting linebacker or starting offensive lineman maybe for the season. Like I said, it's a fine line. I'm glad I'm not having to make the call.
Yeah, yeah. It is probably one of the most difficult decisions that a head coach has to make. You know, how much good on good to do, you know, how much hitting you do, how much a third they do. Uh, I mean, you have your number one defensive guy, a a a, a projected first rounder, you know, before that game, come out and say he didn't feel like he was physically ready. That is concerning. I think that is something that that is going to have to address and look at.
Yeah, we heard a lot about them, getting Wood as a lot of reps inside during fall camp, and they were at both spots. Maybe that played into that some. We know he took a lot of reps in Trotter's place due to Trotter being held out with the, nagging hamstring. But he also, took some reps there in Carter's spot too. So be interesting to see how, be interested to know how many or how much actual work he got there and how much, Carter was on the sideline watching while they were trying to get Woodaz up to speed, so he'd be able to fill in case of emergency, one of those guys go down.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah,
Ironically enough, I thought Woodaz was the best of the three linebackers on the field Monday night.
absolutely. And if you are unaware of the uh, timing of things, Dallas Swing is actually talking right now via Zoom uh, after practice. He said that uh, they did not lose to Duke because the transfer portal. He also said that, uh, let me see here. He said regarding Eric Carr's comment, he said that it didn't surprise him that there is a natural ramp up process. It's hard to get fully back into game shape until you actually play a game. Here's the issue with that. Duke looked like they were in game shape.
Yeah, hey, Duke looked like the more prepared team. Make no mistake, they look more prepared, better coached. They look like a better football team. There's no sugarcoating that, and they've got two former blue chips on that roster. Clemson's got over 60.
Yeah. Yeah. Dow also says that, quote, if we do what we did offensively for the rest of the year, we won't lose another game. Simple as that. I'll sign up for that right now. Uh, is he talking about fumbling in the end zone? Is he talking about, you know, I mean, because offensively, this was not the show that everyone was expecting. I mean, fumbles, false starts. I mean, yeah, to me, offensively, you do what they did against Duke the rest of the season. You're going to be in for a long season. So, is this a little too much Dallas speak in your opinion?
Probably, but you know, if they clean up some of that stuff, they'll win a lot of football games, man. If you clean up the turnovers, you know, they'll win a lot of football games. They're not going to go to the playoff or anything, but if they clean up some of the just the Clemson mistakes they made, they'll win a lot of games. They'll probably win 10 games again. But you got to clean those things up, man. It's got to start this week. If you don't clean them up, you might be fortunate to go 8-4. I mean, it's a fine line.
Yeah. Yeah, and regarding the team's goals, Rukara has something to say regarding that. So let's hear from him.
Yeah, I wouldn't much call it pressure, but I mean, this is a performance-based game, and we have to perform, and so I really don't try to put a lot of pressure on myself. I just try to come in every day, every practice, and just get better day by day, and just focus on what it takes in order to get there. I mean, it's good to look ahead sometimes, but I don't like to get too carried away with it. But I mean, always there's an end goal, and you don't play to lose. And so obviously we're just gonna play to win from here on out, and just max out and just max effort every single game and every single day. A loss like this, we just regroup ourselves and just keep putting our best foot forward. Uh, just a little bit, I mean, things don't always turn out how you want it to turn out. I figured we'd come in here one to know, but again, credit to Duke, man. They played their butts off, and they had great schemes, and they did great things that game. And it does make it just a little bit harder, but not too much, man. It's only week one. We have so many more games left to play, and Lord knows how it's going to turn out. So it'd be too soon to speak on that and stuff like that, because we have so much more ball left to play, and I just feel like if we turn this thing around and just fix the mistakes that we made as a team and as a unit, and just build confidence and just keep pushing week on and week out, we're gonna look up at the end of this thing and hopefully forget about this week right here. So that's where the end music is.
Yeah, so it was a little interesting to hear him, kind of, say that, you know, Duke was, a little, or they are surprised to be sitting here, week one after a loss. You know, I think we all agree with that. But the more surprising thing for me is the fact that this team still believes that there is a path to a national title. I think you're gonna have to see some of the craziest, hell break loose across college football that you have ever seen. I also think that this team right now, if they were to run up against Georgia, LSU, Florida State, those teams, I mean, look, LSU lost. Okay, they got their ass kicked. Florida State, they didn't look like there was a round up here. They didn't look like they needed any, actual gains to be ready, and neither did, Georgia. And I mean, Oregon State, DJU, he went out there and hung, I think, close to half a century on San Diego State. So, I understand that these guys want to continue the belief. They want to continue to you know keep the faith. Uh, I have a feeling that even if they go 11-1. The committee is going to look back at this week one loss and depending on what Duke does the rest of the year, this could be the game that, regardless of whether or not they win out, keeps them from the playoff.
If they win out, I think they're in the playoff. I mean, barring three, having three other unbeaten teams, which just doesn't happen very often. That to me, this team shouldn't even be worried about winning out. They need to be worried about Charleston Southern. They don't need to be talking about playoff, national title, ACC championship. They need to be talking about Charleston Southern and worried about Charleston Southern and improving upon what they did last week because they were ugly last week. They
Yeah.
looked ill prepared. They just they they did at times. I thought, especially on defense, looked like they maybe didn't even want to be there. Talked about it last night.
Mm,
Maybe they were overlooking Duke. I don't know, but they need to be focused on Charleston Southern and improving on ball security and improving on the quarterback's awareness in the pocket, getting him to step up into the pocket and throw some darts rather than retreating, time after time. Playoff talk should be the furthest thing from this team's mind.
yeah, I agree. I thought it was also interesting that Rook said, now after the loss, now is the time to take the, one game mentality. That's the thing that we have heard from Dow and the staff and these players every other year. This is the first year that the players and Dow and the staff had mentioned the national title this early. And you know what? Every other year it has, been, that windshield mentality. Next game, just want to uh, be 1-0 this week. And this is the first year they haven't done that. I thought it was very interesting to hear Root come out and say, now we are going to take it one game at a time.
Yeah. That kind of goes back to what I was talking about a minute ago. That's the way it needs to be. They need to be worried about Charleston Southern. They don't even need to be talking about Florida Atlantic, much less Florida State or ACC championship or playoff or especially national title. They need to be worried about Charleston Southern and get putting a cleaner product on the field.
Yeah, I agree. 8-4, 7-5. We actually talked about it last night. Is very realistic for this team. I mean, if things don't get cleaned up.
Yeah, I said it a minute ago. I think I can see this team being anywhere from 10-2, 7-5. It's going to be a fine line. It depends on, you know, if what we saw Monday night is who this team is, or if it was a one game anomaly. Um, but this team's had ball security issues going back to last year. This isn't just coming out of nowhere. Um, Will Shibley's had problems holding on to the ball at times. They've had fumble issues, and those are things that have to be cleaned up. Period.
I hate to mention it, Tickle. Uh, we are all concerned about
Yeah, we talked
the
about the
key.
kicking game numerous times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, Dow was just asked about Robert Gunn after they apparently opened up the kicking competition yesterday. He said that he still has the faith of his teammates because he has done well in practice through the fall. He said, quote, I'm hoping for the best, but he's got to go do it. I mean, this is this is something that is kind of scary. This is this is where I think that a lot of people think that Dow can be loyal to a fault. You know, with his stars and guys, I, you know, the thing is, if if the Tigers had anyone else that they had faith in, do you not think that they would have ran them out there? I mean, you know, Robert Gunn is the guy that obviously the staff has the most faith in through the fall. I mean, hell, we heard Dallas say he kicked a 70-yard, you know, for the national championship in a scrimmage. You know, he came out there against Duke and couldn't kick, you know, anything close to it. I can also confirm this is a lie. At the Media Olympics 2 years ago, I saw him kick.
Oh for
He,
3.
he cannot kick. I will say this: of all the media members, it was Matt Conley who hit all three. I
Will
take
Vandervoort hit all 3.
oh
It was Vandervoort went 3 for 3. Hit
oh
all 3 of his. I don't know if Conley did, Vandervoort did too, but yeah. I won't never forget that because I was just shocked. I think he was too. But my kicking prowess was on display that day, absolutely, and I was lucky to get one of them off the ground.
yeah. Yeah, it was very ugly. Do not take Jason uh on your kicking game. All right, so Dow also addressed the drops in the passing game. He said that he didn't see a game across the country where there weren't a few drops. Quote, these are human beings. These aren't robots. This isn't artificial intelligence running around out there. He said it was a good start. Yeah. This is the same, Dow stuff that we hear all the time. Yeah. There are robots. They aren't this, they are that. And look, like I said last night, yeah, I never call for a guy to get fired or anything like that. And we are not you know going to uh, not current players and stuff like that because we all have relationships with these guys. We meet with them. Okay, nobody wants to go out there and drive the ball. I can promise you, last year no one felt worse about the drop in the South Carolina game than E.J. Williams. You know, the thing is, the thing is, you have to be able to admit when you have a problem. I think isn't that one of the first steps in recovery is saying, "Hey, I have a problem," and this is an issue that we have seen from the Tigers, not just this season, for multiple years.
5 drops by my count in that game Monday night. Yeah, it was a problem last year. You know, they've got to be better securing the ball, and it wasn't just one guy. It was more than one. There was a few of them that dropped one. But I think my opinion, I think the wide receivers are showing a little bit too much blame from what happened Monday night. Although I didn't think the perimeter blocking was very good, Cade Klubnik had windows to throw into. He had guys open down the field at times that he just never saw, never looked at. He just doesn't step into the pocket and look for them. He's too quick to bail out and go to the check down man. There were opportunities to make plays down the field. I saw a comment about Tickle Tiger earlier talking about they held the playbook. That they didn't hold anything back. Nothing was held back. A lot of the game plan was about the coverage Duke was running. That
Yeah.
was a lot of that. It wasn't because they wanted to hold anything back for Florida State.
Yeah,
But
and then
there were opportunities to do more damage in the passing game, and far too often, Cade Klubnik, he's got the happy feet. He doesn't have the best pocket awareness right now, and he's bailing on plays too quick, and he's looking for his check down man too fast, and he's not letting them develop. He's not letting stuff downfield develop. They didn't take it. They weren't looking to take a ton of shots down the field because Duke was trying to take it away, which goes back to something else we talked about
yeah,
last night. Taking what you're given instead of going on the attack. But that was the plan. That was the game plan. It didn't have anything to do with holding back Florida State.
yeah, yeah. I mean, this stuff that the coverage, dictated what the offense was doing. You know, I seriously doubt that Southern Cal, that Georgia, that TCU last year, that Ohio State, these teams that score points in bunches, they don't sit there and go, "Oh my goodness, they're playing cover two, or they're in a cover four, so we just need to do this." They are attacking, they are dictating to the defense through their tempo and through their play calling exactly what they want them to do. And that was something that I think, we were, surprised didn't happen. And, we were even more shocked when Dow said that was the case after the game. So, to me, it's another year, and a lot of saying, not going to call them excuses, but a lot of saying statements from that we heard last year, and you heard even 2 years ago, and they lost the games to uh, who was it? Pittsburgh, NC State, you know, and honestly, I hate to say it, but it's very, Tommy Allen-esque. After a loss or a close game, you get the same feel. So I don't think it had anything to do with the coverage, and I think it was all, Clemson not trusting Cade Klubnik.
Yeah, I think that's another part of why there were so few shots down the field. But yeah, if you're asking me if I saw some guys open in coverage, yeah, I saw some windows open. I saw some open windows that could have been thrown in coverage. Yes. I'm not saying it was every play, but there was some plays in the passing game to be made, and they were not taken advantage of. Klubnik's drifting back in the pocket and looking for his running back in the flat. There was one time, I think it was Brenningstool was wide open. I mean, it wasn't way down the field, it was 10, 15 yards down the field, and Klubnik's drifting back, and he's hitting Shipley out of the backfield on one of the checkdowns. He never even saw Brenningstool on the other side of the field. So I do think a lot of what we saw Monday night was more so about not having trust in quarterback, wide receiver, both. I don't know. It's going to be
I
interesting to see how much Klubnik grows over the next 2 weeks because these next two games are going to give him an opportunity to experience some growth on the field, get more comfortable, and hopefully grow up a lot on the field because he's still got some developing to do. He like we talked about last night, we are finally getting glimpses of why he was not inserted into the lineup faster last year.
exactly. Yeah, Larry. Clemson had. They had very ready for CSU because I promise you, Charleston Southern and FAU. They aren't coming into this alley just to collect a check. They, have seen, uh, Division two schools have done in the past and smaller group of high schools. So, I think, Clemson can't afford to come out and not, step on their throat. I think they have to do it. I just, for Clemson's confidence, for the confidence of the entire team. I mean, the defense needs to come out and hit shots. They need to force turnovers. They need to dictate the game plan on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, this is an opportunity Saturday. This is an opportunity. This is not, unless Charleston Southern has had drastic improvement over the past year or two. This is not a very good Charleston Southern team.
Uh,
This is an opportunity for this team to get better on Saturday, and that needs to be the goal. They need to come out pissed off and
yeah,
with a point to prove and looking to get better in some of the areas they need to improve upon.
yeah. I think everyone agrees. It felt like you're watching the Tennessee game. Yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, the that the what the players and data are saying is very different from the game that they saw. We actually now have the video from data tonight, so let's go to that. Let's actually hear a little bit from him talking about the Duke game as well as previewing Charleston Southern.
Um, been I guess a little less than 48 hours since we played, and tomorrow's Team Thursday. So fast week, but thankful that we got the short week actually, so we can get back out there and get back to playing. But biggest thing I want to say is just we're excited about getting in the Valley this week, and excited to see our home crowd, and hope we'll have a great turnout. And then again, just a reminder, we're gonna open up the new Tiger Walk, and want to just invite all of our former football players. If they want to come back and be a part of that, we'd love to have anybody out there, and look forward to seeing the fans. It's gonna be a special moment and something that we're really proud of, and know we'll be there for years and years to come. Other than that, guys have responded well this week, and ready to go play again, and apply the lessons from the first game, and see if we can find a way to get on the right track this week. I mean, as I said the other night, I mean, it was a strange game, but incredibly encouraged. I mean, the things that you need to see to win football games: physicality, toughness, the ability to run the ball, throw the ball, play good defense. I mean, we did all the things that we need to do. From that standpoint, we just didn't. there's no gimmies in football. You got to stand up there and knock the 6-inch putt in. So just some self-inflicted wounds. I mean, just that simple. I mean, and those are painful lessons. It's hard to do something for the first time in 127 years. And but we did it, and but I'm proud of what I saw on tape. I mean, we've won a lot of games around here where when I watched the tape, I wasn't real happy. But everything that I that I wanted to see is as far as how we play and what leads to winning. I saw that. There was not, the guys are in position to win. Um, I mean, if we average if we do what we did offensively for the rest of the year, we won't lose another game. It's just that simple. I'll sign up for that right now. And so I was very encouraged by what we saw, and it's unfortunate that got overshadowed because we lost the game. But that's what happens when you don't do some of the routine things. We had a cadence situation. We had ball handling. Put the ball on the ground a couple of times. 3 trips inside the 5, we get nothing. A couple of low kicks, and then defensively, to hold them a good offense to 13 points deep into the fourth quarter. I'll sign up for that every week too. But we didn't do much offensively to help them. So there were a lot of positives. I thought the guys played hard. They competed their tails off. Again, just we just didn't do the routine things well, and everything that we didn't do well is very correctable. And as I said, we've won games that I watched the tape and I wasn't real happy. We lost this one, and I'm not happy that we lost, but I am pleased with the ingredients that I saw. I felt really good about this team last week going into the game. I feel better about this team coming out of the game, and I know that may sound weird to say, but I do because now I've seen it on tape, and I'm disappointed that we didn't do some of those little things better that could have given us a great opportunity to win a ball game. I'm disappointed in that, but we'll get better. This team, I think, has made of the right stuff and has responded well. And just again excited we can get back out there, and I like how they practiced the last couple of days. Just the right attitude, the right spirit, and let's go play.
So that is the first time that we have heard from the since Monday night. Jason, your initial thoughts on all that coach speak.
I'm not surprised by anything he said. That's what I expect from Dabo. I'd be more interested in know the message inside the building. I hope it's a little different, but um, I do take issue with one thing. If that offense will not win them games against legit competition. 35 of Klubnik's 43 passes did not travel 10 yards. 17 of them were behind the line of scrimmage. If you don't throw the ball down the field, you're not going to beat, you know, the better competition. Heck, you couldn't even beat Duke the other night. Um,
Yeah,
the only reason you're really in that game the way you are around halftime is because Duke was making mistakes too. If Duke plays a clean game, they blow your doors off.
yeah,
I mean, I think that's
yeah,
something that's getting lost in all this.
yeah. I tweeted out during the game that Clemson was a yeah uh was hunt from getting shut out. And Anthony gets in and says there's no way in hell Clemson should ever lose to Duke in football. That was absolutely disgraceful. Listen, I I agree. I was trying to think of some nice way to say this. You know, this isn't this isn't the 1989 Steve Spurrier Duke squad that you're going up against. This was a second year coach who doesn't have near the talent, doesn't have near the star power, doesn't have honestly, near the offensive coordinator that Clemson does, but somehow they can absolutely spank Clemson's ass up and down the field. And if they hadn't, mishandled that punt, Clemson would have been shut out. And that is the shocking thing.
Heck, they dropped a couple of interceptions. I mean, they made some mistake. They had some huge drop passes of their own. I mean, it's not like they play clean football. They had their share of mistakes too.
Yeah. Yeah, and somehow they still scored 28.
Hey, when your opponent is consistently shooting himself in the foot, can't tackle, takes terrible angles, has your quarterback wrapped up in the backfield and lets him go off, still get away and go ramble 30 something, 40 something yards, whatever it was for a touchdown, you're probably bound to win a football game.
Yeah. This is something that I have seen a lot going around social media. You know, the belief in the team is still there. However, the the message that Dow is giving to the fan base seems to be getting a little lost. I mean, what does Dow need to do to win over a fan base that honestly feels like we are on a downward trajectory instead of climbing back up to the top?
He needs to win. They need to put a better product on the field and win football games. He starts doing that, people ain't going to care about his coach speak anymore, just like they didn't care before. They care a lot more now than they did 2 weeks ago. We've been hearing coach speak all fall, all spring, all last year. I mean, when you start losing, that's when it starts getting amplified. You go back to winning, it'll go back on the back burner. Dabo is who he is. We talked about last night. He's not going to come out and throw players under the buses. He's not going to come out and throw coordinators under the buses. You're going to get coach speak from Dabo. That's just who he is. You're never going to get much more than that out of him, unless he gets pissed off at somebody for asking him about Clemson. And
Yeah. I, yeah, the issue, I think, to me, is like, we said in the opening, there was not a single player today that we saw that, looked, you upset or pissed or like, how the hell did that happen? I know that we're, you know, 48 hours or whatever removed from this game. It still eats at me. I mean, this idea that you can kind of flush it away and go on to the next game, that that to me isn't what the fans. It's not what I want to see. You know, do you think that 2, 3 years ago that James Skowski would have entered that room and said, "Hey guys, how you doing? It's a great day. I am just looking forward to getting back in the valley and seeing all our fans. Yeah, we lost and that kind of stuff. We just got outplayed." I think you would have seen him still spitting nails.
probably. But I don't read too much into that. It's been 2 days. We saw him pissed off Saturday night coming out of the locker room.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't want to sit here and say that guys are emotionless because we saw it Saturday night, and it's been 2 days now. But I kind of I see both sides of it, man. I wanted to eat at them a little bit on the inside, but I also want them to be able to flush it and not dwell on it too long. That's kind of how I would see it. You know, I'd want them to be able to flush it and not dwell on it too long, but I want it to still be there in the back of their mind, and I want them to remember what it felt like when they came off that field Saturday night, having lost by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that I think is my thing. Yeah, I want them to remember the scene that of all those, you know, however many Duke fans there were at that game. And look, there was a lot of empty seats. The Clemson fans showed up, and the thing is, I want them for the rest of the year and for is it however many years they are at Clemson to remember that scene of, of Duke storming the field. I mean, that shit, if I was down, I had that scene, replaying every time and every meet. I have, a poster of that, uh, all over the halls of the locker room, because that is the thing that I would like to see. I would like to see how they take that loss and do they let it transform them, or does it do the issues that we saw continue to manifest themselves?
Yeah, we all know Dabo used to put the score of the Carolina game when they were dropping 5 in a row, to the Gamecocks way back when. He had to score the game, the previous game up everywhere in there. If I'm remembering that right.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, and he even started the countdown clock.
yeah, it wouldn't shock me to hear that he showed them the clips from that them fans storming the field the other night a couple of times because it's something they need to remember for sure. And if they don't got a clip, need one, I recorded it. I can send it to them.
Yeah, yeah, John. It's tough to stay optimistic after what we saw at FSU. Uh, I think the FSU issue is Jordan Travis. I mean, hell, if Riley Leonard can do what he did, escaping the pocket and getting time for his receivers to come over and making accurate throws, then Jordan Travis is going to have a Jameis Winston type field day come 3 weeks.
Man, Clemson don't need to be worrying nothing about Florida State. I'm telling you, man, they better be worried about Charleston Southern's quarterback making them look silly. That's still 2.5 more weeks away. They got a lot of improving to do before then, no doubt, because um, Florida State looked pretty good against LSU. I'm
They
not ready. I'm not ready to crown them a top 5 team yet because they're fortunate they weren't down 3 scores in the first half, and LSU kind of started to self implode in that second half. But they are absolutely a top 10 team. That is a solid squad, and Clemson's got a lot of work to do before they roll into town in a couple of weeks.
This is a very good point that I don't think anyone has noticed. All the guys that were held during the scrimmages are saying that they are not ready. The young guys, your TJ Parkers, your Woods, I mean, all those guys, Tyler Brown, they all look ready. So, this is something that I haven't heard a lot of, you of the fan base mention.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier with Woodaz, getting reps at Mike and Will in place of Carter and Trotter. Trotter was held out a lot due to the hamstring issue, and we talked about it'd be interesting to know exactly how much Carter was held out too, so Woodaz could get reps at both spots. That's definitely that's it's definitely noteworthy. That's for sure because they did hold a lot of guys to get some of these younger guys reps.
Yeah. So, I think, that, like you said, the the players can't look ahead to Florida State. They have to take care of CSU and FAU before FSU. And the issue is, as fans and as analysis and as guys that cover the firm day in and day out, I think it's fair for us to kind of look ahead a little bit. And
Oh yeah, hey, fans can look ahead, media can look ahead. You just don't need the players. Don't need them players. Don't need to be looking ahead. I say that all the time, man. I see fans telling other fans on social media, "Hey, we got to take it one game at a time." Like,
yeah,
man, you a fan. It don't matter if you take it one game at a time or look down the road to a matchup in November. It has no bearing on
hell,
outcome of any game.
yeah, nothing drives me more crazy than seeing that stuff. I mean, I'm like, you fans, y'all can look ahead 3 years if you want. I mean, the only, uh,
50
this,
points in the next two. Yeah. I imagine that's the same way a lot of fans are going to be feeling. They're going to want to see major improvements over what they saw Monday night because what they saw Monday night, you might end up in a game like we saw last year, or was it a year before last against Louisiana Tech when Louisiana Tech came to Clemson? It was last year. Um,
yeah, that was the L Strong game. Yeah,
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 and they put up a good fight against that Clemson team. That game was much closer than it should have been. I think it only ended up being like 38-17 or something, but they were able to move the ball up and down the field on Clemson's defense. I'm telling you, I am very interested to see what kind of Clemson team shows up Saturday. I know it's Charleston Southern. That is why I'm interested to see. I want
mhm.
to see how they respond after what happened Monday night. Do they come out here and put their foot on somebody's throat, or do we get more of the same?
I agree. 3 years from now, against the Big Ten is going to be hard. I actually heard that the AAC was looking at Clemson after their game against Duke. I mean, just it was almost like Clemson was not auditioning for a spot in one of these other conferences. It was like they were trying to say, "Hey Stanford, hey Cal, we're right there with you guys."
Clemson can join the AAC with Army.
That's exactly right. Listen, uh, before we get out of here, we want to invite everyone to join our exclusive site membership, Death Valley Domain. It is the place where you can get uh, all of Jason's insider recruiting stories, insider information. Uh, you have live Q&As. We are actually even going to have the Death Valley Domain happy hour, where if you're interested, Uh, Jason, Ray, and I will invite you all to join us in a private chat, video chat, where we'll drink, a beer or two, or a cup of coffee, or a Coke if you're Jason, and just sit back and chat, so this is the this is the place to be if you want all of the inside information and the opportunities to join us on video calls, live Q&As. So head on over to allclemsontires.com, click the little icon there, and subscribe. It is dirt cheap. Okay, look, we set out to price this. We said we wanted it to be affordable for everyone. So it's not $9 or $10 a month. It is $4.99 a month, or you can do the whole year for 49. So it's great value. It is the cheapest subscription site out there with the most and best content. So, do us a huge favor and go over there and check that out. Also, if you can, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching us there, if you're on Twitter or Facebook, head over there and hit that subscribe and like button. It helps us, grow the channel to allow us to do more stuff. Jason and I will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully the Duke talk is dead and we can start looking ahead to FSU.
And I just want to tell Tickle Tiger here, no, I can't kick. I can catch. Problem is, I can't run.
No, he can't.
I
Yeah.
barely made it up the steps at the stadium Monday night. I thought I was going to die.
Oh yeah. We have to tell that story. So we came up from the field, getting the live, shots from the field, and when we came in, they actually had the elevators held for the coaches to get to uh their locks. And they said, well, you can take these stairs if you want. And I thought, well, it's only 4 stories. That shouldn't be that much. Well, coming off a field where it was 100 degrees and going into an, a stuffy stairwell, when we got back to our seats, we were, pouring sweat. I was glad that I had my, little Duke towel they gave us, because I
You,
used that, and it was almost as miserable as I have been.
you went up the stairs before I did. I decided to wait on the elevator, but it never came, man. It was taking forever and ever and ever. Everybody else decided to go and take the stairs, and I wasn't going to be the only one that didn't take the stairs, so I went ahead and did it. And by the time I got to the top, when I come out the door, the first table right there, I had to sit down for a minute. I thought I was going to pass
Uh,
it.
hey, Anthony, we appreciate it. Larry, we appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, to do it all again. And then Friday at 4:30, we are going to be back live at Magnetic South in Anderson. Got to change the time up a little bit this week because Jason is covering a TV game.
Yeah, TV has changed my high school game this week, and I'm still not sure why TV's doing this game. It's probably going to be lopsided. It's West Florence and Dreer. Dreer's not historically been very good. We'll see. Starts at 7 instead of 7:30, so we got to move it up a little bit.
All right, so for Jason, I am Zach. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight on our Clemson Tigers radio show. We look forward to this every day. Hope that y'all do too. Larry, will see you tomorrow night. And everyone else, stay safe out there. God bless.